Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Man in the Wild. Just came across this video my homeboy sent to me about this shooting in at the Philadelphia Eid celebration, ending the month of Ramadan. And, when you watch these news clips, you just try to be objective, because the I don't know, the nature I have in me, as you see, my channel is full of, confirming they bullshit, but each and every time you 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 want to see something real. Please, people, givers of information, give me something that's genuine, that can stand on 100, but as the time moves and goes, we just keep getting this bullshit. So yeah, we're gonna check this out and see where it goes, man, because it does definitely takes a few turns. And then as you look, because whenever it comes to, any type of psychological operation, you'll get a bunch of police just standing around. Right now, of course, this is after, after everything is all said and done, you know, because it looks like in this scene, the people who need to be arrested is already gone, because they're not really showing you that. They're just showing you the aftermath. But police standing around, it's like I mean, it's one of those pattern following things where that's what you consistently see with the bullshit. And so, of course, here we go here. And it's funny, how, the police vehicle hits a young girl fleeing the scene. That actually matches the script. Because I only did a cursory search, of it just before I did this, just to kind of see where that went. And I mean, shit, they don't miss. And when they don't miss with something, like best believe, at least within the narrative that they give you, it's going to be scripted. And if y'all remember, if you go down, at least a few videos, you'll see um, inside the mind of the Masonic nobleman. And, you know, somebody, who I happen to know personally, they live in Philadelphia. And, I mean, the police, what do you say, 70% of them is Masons, right? And if you're a Mason, you do as you're told, when it comes to shit that's basically outside of general knowledge, outside of what the public's supposed to know and all of that type, man. You just do what the fuck you're told. Stand where you're supposed to stand. And it's funny too, with that assault rifle, because I don't know what they got going on. Because whenever it comes to gun control type situations, I don't know exactly what the landscape is in Pennsylvania. I do know that Pennsylvania is an open carry state, but Philadelphia is, like, I think gun charges like some federal shit. They even got billboards of the shit where it tells you, nigga, you doing fed time, you got a gun. You understand? So it's just funny, the choice of words, like with assault rifle, like, fuck out of here. then of course it's 30 shots and then 3 wounded. You know, the 0 having no value. You know, you see the 33 when it comes to, you know, I said the time, what is it? The shots fired, people wounded. I mean, it's right there in your face. It's right there in your face.
So in total, we have 5 individuals under arrest. 4 who were carrying weapons, as well as the individual that our police officer fired and struck, as well as an individual adult.
And that's very good. You know, that's good. You know, it's good to know, you know, if that's the case, because I mean, certain shit does happen, you know, physically. You know, it's just a matter of, you know, who's behind whatever it is. You know, because when you see a story, the assumption is that, you know, these 5 random motherfuckers decided to shoot it out, you know, right at the Eid celebration, right? But the pattern, when you're able to follow the pattern, you understand that there's somebody, a brain behind it that, you know, either told them to do it or, you know, just simply, um, you know, make up the story. With all these people around, you know, it's easy to go ahead and stage that type of, basically a military drill.
It's going to sound odd, but I'm going to say to you that we're very, very fortunate today that we did not have more individuals shot and anyone killed.
Like, look, like I know, like that little face that's being made right there, that's not a cry face. That's like a disgust type. You got one down here just looking at their phone, other one's chilling. Like, and I know in a city like Philadelphia, there is quite a bit of gun violence. You know, so you know certain areas, you know, certain people become immune to the shit. But it's like the lack of visual stress is, it's kind of off-putting. You know, now granted, you don't want to see people stress the fuck out, but when there's something that you're trying to tell me that happened and people should be stressed and they're not, it's like, yo, what the fuck are you really giving me? And then, of course, why would they not, right? Why would they not sit there and put up that nice, good old fashioned 33? All right, so that must mean that, you know, they're marking off how many gunshots, you know, how many shots got fired. I mean, it's right in your face. You know, 33 is one of their, if not their favorite fucking number. And hell, look at the Disney Club 33, man. That shit, they don't miss with this shit. 23, 33, same shit. Like, they don't miss.
There was an after Ramadan celebration here at the park. We had about 1,000 individuals out there, and things were going well. We had a detail assigned to this event, and they were working the outside. At some point,
I'm gonna tell you like this. I've been to, let me see, probably about two Ids for sure that I remember. You know, where I actually stayed. You know, another one, you know, just made the prayer. You had things to handle, and the one I was at was probably maybe 5 blocks from the police, from one of the districts, and not near one of the motherfuckers was out there with us. Now, granted, that was, you know, over a decade ago, you know, but um, assigning a detail to an Eid celebration is rather odd. Understand? It's very odd. You know, because especially when they're saying that the Eid was not, like, the celebration itself wasn't a target of the people shooting. then, you know, it's kind of like, well, what the fuck is y'all even there for then? You know, as far as having a detail assigned. Now, of course, if there's a big group of, like they said, 1,000 some people, you know, which is actually kind of big. I don't know what kind of masjid that it's associated with, but you know, that's actually kind of big. That's one of the more large ones that I've heard of. But it's I mean, when you have so many odd things going on around a story that's being told to you, you know, like I always say, you have to take yourself to a certain place, which is usually a dumb place, to believe it, because you're going outside of what feels real. You're going outside of what sounds real. And so it's almost like you have to split yourself, you know, in order to go along with it, because your natural self doesn't feel it, you know. But since somebody with a title says it, you know, somebody with rank, you know, actually comes out their mouth and says something, you know, due to the conditioning, motherfuckers know that you'll blindly follow it. You know, but question everything, man, because whenever you question something real, you know, you'll get real answers from that shit. And the motherfucker that is real will have no problem with you having questions about, you know, what they got going on and coming out their mouth.
They hear a large volley of gunfire. They say approximately 30 gunshots. What we do know is there appear to be two factions within the park who are now exchanging gunfire. As the officers start to deploy into the park, they observe 3 males and a female running, and they stop those individuals, and we recover 4 weapons. At that same time, we have one of our officers who was assigned to the area engage a 15-year-old male who has a weapon. She fires, and that male receives a gunshot to his shoulder and his leg.
All right, and then my question, like, as I'm watching this, you know, when you're telling me, you know, people getting shot here, shot there, and you know, sustaining these injuries, I mean, y'all not showing the place of these injuries. You know, like I said, this is pretty, you know, it seemed like it's pretty late, you know, after the alleged incident. You know, I got to look up and see, you know, maybe somebody has some other type video, because as much motherfuckers be videoing these days, I'm pretty sure if there's 1,000 people there, you know, somebody actually got the shit. So, you know, we'll see if they do. And also peep too how this buddy here, um, and both of these people here, you know, are giving you the one eye. Cause that dude in the back, man, he's made sure that he's in that exact spot. Cause I seen him looking at the camera to kind of make sure that he's queued up where he needs to be. And like I said, the Masons, you know, are very ritualistic people, you know, and you know, I don't know if it's expressly to, you know, communicate to each other, or, you know, their form of worship, you know, but nothing that they do, um, how can I put it? Everything they do means something. You know, they wouldn't. Um, they're very production based as far as, you know, the script that they follow. You know, and that one eye symbol right there is very telling. You know, whenever you have somebody who you know has Masonic connections when they're talking, you know, because like I said, it's very symbolic.
Unfortunately, during this incident, one of our patrol wagons struck a young child, and she recovered a fractured leg in that scenario. And clearly we send our prayers out to her and her family. That is not our intended purpose, and we will make sure we'll be following up with her and her family to let them know that.
You know, so if you got helicopter footage, right? You got a helicopter zooming around and everything, seeing, you know, you would think that they'll, you know, go over the place where, you know, real shit occurred. You know, that's what you expect when you're, you know, trying to see something genuine. You'd expect to see the shit that they're telling you about. You know, when it's bullshit, they never can. And then, of motherfucking course, FBI is gonna show his face. You know, why wouldn't the FBI show up to this situation? You know what I mean? Like, you know, when it comes down to it, would the FBI, have they been looking into the people that were responsible for this? You know, and of course they've conditioned us on the television, you know, to you know, keep certain facts from the public so that it doesn't strike have a widespread panic and all of that shit. Nah, get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here and believe that bullshit if you want. Hold on, how's it a chaotic scene and that table still upright with everything still the fuck on it? The fuck out of here.
But once it happened, just women and children were screaming, everybody was running. You don't see something like this coming. It was just pandemonium, just wow. And we're hearing that they were children. You know, they were children, and it's a sad thing. This
Like
is holy
we're
month of
hearing, like,
Ramadan.
hold on, what the fuck? Are you a witness? It just said this motherfucker's a witness. A witness. When you witness something, that means you saw the shit. You was right the fuck there, and you're giving your account of what you saw, what you heard, what you experienced. But nah, this motherfucker here sitting there talking about hearing shit. Hold on, let me go. Let's start this nigga over again. Because it does say witness right next to that nigga's name.
Once it happened, just women and children were screaming, everybody was running. You don't see something like this coming. It was
So you just said women and children were screaming and running, right? Okay.
Pandemonium, just wow. And we're hearing that they were children. You know, they were children, and it's a sad thing.
And then now we're hearing that they're children. So, nigga, was it women and children running and screaming, or was you hearing as children? Get the fuck out of here, you full of shit.
This is the holy month of Ramadan. All my years of living in Philadelphia, I've never seen nothing like this. Especially at the masjids. As much crime as it may be in Philadelphia, it was always separated from the masjids. This is the first time I've ever seen something like this.
And man, and I can speak to that. Understand? I can speak to that because when it comes to, like he said, there's a lot of crime in Philly. But I swear, my personal experience, these folks respect Muslims. You understand? Like, I mean, to a degree where I was working as a delivery dude, and it was a time where I was getting robbed. That nigga was gonna rob me. You understand? But once he seen my get up and you know how I presented myself, he greeted me and walked away. You know, so I know that exists, and for, you know what I'm saying, for this to happen to Muslims, you know, during the celebration of Ramadan, you understand? I mean, this is definitely manufactured.
It's sad that what happened here today in the park. However, what we know is that the mayor just reached out and she's convening. She's reached out to have the imams come together to have a conversation as to how we are going to move this forward. And just within the past week, from my office, the Office of Muslim Engagement, trying to be very proactive, we were actually discussing safe corridors. And we are talking about this very location as to what we can do as members of the Muslim community to help create safe corridors here. So
okay, so what he just said is that leading up to this, they had conversations about being safe, but the day of the Eid, with officers present, there's a shooting. Like, that shit doesn't even make sense. Now, granted, people that shoot up shit, aren't the brightest. You understand? They don't think straight, in a regular type way. So I understand that part of it, but isn't it a bit of a coincidence that you just talked to the mayor about, protecting yourself against some shit, and then the shit happens a week or so later, and now you're having further discussions on, this type of protection? Like Buddy said, like the witness said, and I used air quotes, as the witness said, shit like this don't happen around masjids, around, the Muslim community. Because, I mean, like I said, the Muslims are respected. If you're a real Muslim and you live in Philly, like like, it's weird. It's weird as fuck. But people really do show you respect. So for this to happen, and then for y'all to have this story with that story, and then the lack of visuals and all of that type, man, it's like, man, what the fuck are y'all even doing? And for what? To what end? It's just weird.
With the proactive work and the mayor's reaching out after this tragedy, I think we are going to find a way to move forward to calm the tension in the community.
Oh, God. Okay. So, yeah. So, I don't know. Because, like I said, choice of words means something, right? Choice of words means something. So, I agree for every member of the community. Celebration was shattered by gun violence today. When they say words like gun violence, that's definitely a tactic. That's definitely I don't know, one of them trigger word type shits. Because call it what it was. It was a shooting. It was a shootout. But to call it gun violence, man, that means that y'all trying to push it a certain way. Understand? So yeah, man, it's a shame that you can't really believe shit that these motherfuckers got to say. It's a shame, but knowing that should make, life a little bit simpler, because um, it gives you a better understanding of who you should actually put your trust in. What you should actually give your focus to, what and who and all of that. Because it damn sure shouldn't be the people that they put in front of you like that. Especially when is it they've shown you that they're willing to follow a certain script, follow a certain pattern, with that pattern always leading to um, a form of deception. So yeah, as always, when it comes to it, man, it is what it is, man. But damn, man, we can't even get a motherfucker to tell the truth about a damn religious celebration. Like, man, fuck. But yeah. And as far as, what's been discussed today, the 2024 Philadelphia Ramadan shooting, the bullshit has been confirmed.